I couldn't clean my windshield at the last fuel stop because the water was too dirty, but that is the ferry for Labrador. I'm in Labrador! This is the tallest lighthouse in Atlantic Canada, and nearby I should be able to find the oldest burial mounds in North America. Sand is actually really nice and soft, and I think there's a lot of silica in it because there's quite a lot of clear crystals in it. Look at that, the earliest known funeral mountain monument in the New World is that. So there's a plaque here that says that this mound was made about 8,000 years ago, and at the time it would have been about 8 meters from the sea, but because of glacial rebound, it is now 800 meters from the sea. Good morning. It's just before 8. I'm at Pinware River Provincial Park, taking a morning walk on the beach. Today is a bit of a landmark day because shortly I will get to Red Bay, which will be the furthest point in my trip. And that means that from there on out, it'll all be part of the return trip. And that's kind of unsettling because that means that the trip is starting to come to a close. And as much as I want to return to Toronto, and I'm really enjoying traveling, and returning to Toronto is a bit of a struggle because then I have to find a place to live and look for a job and basically become an adult again. And when I'm enjoying traveling so much, I really just don't really want to stop at this point. I do want a break from being on the road, but I don't really want to have the responsibilities of being an adult right now. But yeah, today should be a good day. It's really cold. This morning I got up and I could see condensation on my breath. So must have been, I don't know, 6 degrees. But landscape is beautiful here, and there's a few things to check out before I try and get the ferry back in the afternoon. So yeah, we'll see how it goes today. Look at that. That's beautiful. Welcome to Red Bay. So there's two short trails here. One goes to the top of the hill as a lookout, and the other goes down to Boney Shore, which is named because in the 16th century this was a whaling station, and then later 17th 18th centuries it was seasonal cod fishing, and then eventually there was some permanent settlements here. But apparently down on the beach you can still find fragments of the whale boats, so I'm gonna check that out after I check out this lookout. Whoa. I turn around and I see the whole bay. This is fantastic. Holy moly, this just gets better and better. I hope the Skyline Trail in Cape Breton is as amazing as this, because this is absolutely fantastic. The Skyline Trail apparently also has a boardwalk, steps up a hill, and you look back and you see a similar idea of steps going down the hillside to some beautiful scenery. But this is crazy beautiful. Also seeing that the trail goes on to the headland, I think. I actually thought the last viewpoint was the end, but it keeps going. God, the landscape beyond, holy moly. Holy wow. Incredible. is so incredible. What a fantastic end to my well, it's not really even the end. It's not even the midpoint. I don't know what it is, but my furthest point. This is incredible. All of these are sea urchins. I guess the seagulls have eaten. It's a lot of sea urchins. So I didn't see any ribs or jawbones. That's probably because those bigger pieces have been pilfered a long time ago. But there are like little bits of vertebrae and other chunky looking blocks. I think probably the vegetation has probably covered a lot of it too. Because if it was on the shore, on the rocks, it would wash away. And the vegetation goes right to the rocks, but I think a lot of it's probably just buried. Well, that was cool. Now I'm gonna go to the National Park Heritage Site and see the whaling station or whatever they have there. This is pretty cool. Some wreck of looks like a whaling boat. So the interpretive center was, as expected, basically a museum of the whaling station and some shipwrecks. But they also have a boat that takes you across to Sable Island, and that's where I am now. So there's about an hour-long walking path that goes around half the island, and some interpretive signs along the way, but looking back up the town is pretty beautiful, and I think I'll get some good photos. Ha ha ha, the shipwreck. Well, this is the furthest point that I'm going. From here on out, it's going to be coming home, going back. The road out of Alert Bay, from here on, it turns to gravel pretty soon, and it's about 86 to 100 kilometers to Battle Bay, and so it's not really worth doing on the tires that I have, and so I've decided this is my furthest point, and so I'm going to start the return trip. And there's a bit of the Quebec province here that I can see before I take the ferry back across, but otherwise, yeah, this is the furthest point, and kind of sad about that because it means that I'm on my way home, but I don't have a home to return to, so I'm on my way back. So my shelf hook finally broke. I have here an eyelet, and I had an eyelet in the shelf so that when it came together I could fix it there, and it fell off while I was driving. So now I'm trying to fix it, and it's like Apollo 11. I have a bunch of random stuff and 2 pieces of wood, but I can't cut the wood. So I'm trying to use this hook and re-bend it to make something that I can latch things together. I do have a drill though, so that helps. Drill and screws, so that's good. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure something out. Alright, here's the solution. It's not ideal, but it'll work. It's a turnbuckle to an elastic, a bungee, and then some paracord. I know what I want to do, but I won't be able to make a proper solution until I get home. But this should hold for now, at least. Well, this morning before I take the ferry back to Newfoundland, I'm checking out the Quebec part of the coast. There's a ferry that kind of can access Quebec, the Quebec City area to here, but really the main access is actually from Newfoundland. There's no road other than the Labrador Highway that connects this part of Quebec to the other parts of Quebec. So I think I'm on the Canadian Shield. The landscape suddenly got very steep and basalt rock. There's a lot of erratics around too. But I think it's the Canadian Shield. There was a few rest stops or pullouts that I drove past, and I might try and go back to them. But I'm trying to see if I can get up somewhere high to get an overview. This is a pretty wild landscape. There's lots of islands, I guess bays and inlets, and communities very far apart among very big hills. I think this absolutely has to be the Canadian Shield. It's all basalt rock and it basically goes on forever, I think. Wow. There's a marker at the high point there, but it's really hard to get to because the ground where it's not rock is really soft. I think it's peat. So if I step in it, it kind of goes squishy, and I'm afraid that it's going to be like water underneath. I'm just going to soak my foot. There's a town way over there, which is the end of the road. I'm not really sure if it's worth going all the way, other than to say that I've done it, but like, there's not much more to see or drive. I found a faint trail to the marker so I can get to it. Oh. Wow. That just goes on and on forever. Quite literally the end of the road. The highway doesn't go any further than this, and so now it's time to go back to Newfoundland, head for the ferry and get out of Labrador. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help grow the channel.